Hi guys, I'm MuddledMuppet. Welcome to the first episode of Head to Head. This series will differ from my usual ill-informed fuckwittery in that I'll have an equally ill-informed fuckwit presenting an opposing view. This week I'm joined by fellow YouTuber and wannabe Mr. Loverman, DreamyGameplays, who will be explaining why he purchased Defiance despite it having piss poor voice chat and why that hasn't affected his enjoyment so far. I, of course, will be explaining why for me, Broken Comms was a deal breaker. To go first, give us your views on the whole voice chat saga thing.
Okay, well, regarding Defiance, because it's a new game, been out for about a week now. The social aspects of it I haven't really bothered with really, simply because it's a new game, and so as a MMO type game, you're leveling up. So I've just been doing the campaign, side missions, just getting myself leveled up, just doing some PvP on my own, some co-op things with just people I don't know the people, and so I wasn't really fussed about voice chat, and I did admittedly think it would be fixed a bit sooner than it was, but it still isn't. But apparently they said they're fixing it in a patch on the 15th, so whether that actually comes through or not, I don't know, and how well it fixes it again, I don't know. But because I just like the look of Defiance, because it's one of those games that can, if you enjoy the game, keep, because it's an MMO and there's so much to do in it, it can keep you occupied for hours and hours, days, weeks, months. And like the game I had just before it, for example, BioShock, fully single player, completed it in about 20 hours, and then I'm really done with it. Got a good game, but so with Defiance, I was just sort of like, there's so much time, and I've been playing it for so long, I'll probably still be playing it by the time voice chat is fixed. And so now that I'm in a clan and that, I do want it to be fixed, so hopefully on the 15th it is. So that's why for Defiance, it didn't really bother me. But with PS3, a lot of games do have a lot of problems with voice chat, unlike, say, the Xbox. Not, when it comes to voice chat, Xbox has parties and that, so they generally work a lot better than PS3, and it's just unfortunate. So that's my view.
Yeah, I mean, that last point there about, the Xbox versus PS3, and I certainly don't want to get into a fanboy war about either of them. Good. Yeah, but I think, the reality is that Sony fucked up on party chat. That's the bottom line.
They fucked up on a lot of social aspects, yeah.
And really, so now it's up to games developers to make sure that if they release a game for the PlayStation 3, that they release it to be, just as good as it would be for the Xbox 360. Now, if that means that they have to write their own voice over internet protocols, tough. They're in the business. Now, here's my take on it. And like, for me, online games are all about the sociability. I want banter with mates. I want to hear their broken sobs if I get killed and their joyous buzzes when I get MVP. Not that it happens really very often.
You get MVP.
But like, I've played MMOs previously on the PC. I used to play City of Heroes years ago. I played that for a long, long time. And all of the chat was done there on the keyboard. But that was okay because you had your hands on the keyboard anyway. You didn't sort of have to take your hands off a controller to pick up a keyboard or something. You know what I mean? So it's kind of different doing it on a PC. But even then, like, a typed out lol will never replace the actual sound of laughter.
Yeah.
And my take is, if an online game doesn't let me have that enjoyment, fuck it. They aren't having my money. Now, there's been a few games. This is not the only game by far that hasn't come out with working comms from day one. Far Cry 3, which was released, when was it? October or November or something last year?
I think it was the end of October.
Yeah. And as far as I'm aware, voice chat on there on the PS3 is still garbage. It actually makes your ears bleed. Oh, lovely dogs. Come here, fella. Come here.
Dogs on my side.
Dogs on your side, yeah. And he's completely made me lose my train of thought. I mean, I get what you're saying about Defiance being an MMO and the longevity of it compared to games like BioShock. But I guess the question is, should games be working on day one for something like this? Now, games are obviously more and more complex as the years go by. So, it may be unrealistic to expect every single thing to be perfect. I'm not saying that should be the case, but like Battlefield 3 was released, and it's about 6 months before it had working comms on PlayStation. and that's a long time, you know. And
That is.
you know, so why this was a deal breaker for me was Defiance had 3 betas, public betas, yeah, or 1 public
Yeah,
beta,
yeah.
2 closed betas, something like that, and they didn't have it working for release, and that to me says that for them it was a low priority.
Yeah, I think, but then again, like when we got into the MMO thing, the whole thing is that for just Defiance himself, this doesn't excuse, say, Far Cry. As an MMO, they have more pressing matters such as server bugs. They had a few bugs such as people weren't receiving in-game items that they should have got for pre-ordering. There, that's all fixed now, I think. And so they've
You're
got all
actually getting. Sorry to interrupt you here, but it's just you are actually getting right to the heart of the issue. And for me,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying. Not being able to talk to people while I'm playing actually ranks above all those bugs. Now, for you, it might
Yes,
be. Is it the other way around for you?
well, the thing is I didn't have a problem with my in-game stuff. So for the people who didn't have that problem, say me, yeah, then obviously the voice chat problems do skyrocket quite a lot. But again, for me personally, this is just my opinion. I wasn't really concentrating on being social for the first few days. I was simply just going through I was hardly even aware that the
You were like an XP
sponsors were out.
hole. You were an
Yeah,
XP hole.
that's literally just because I'm like level 800 in it. Do you know what I mean? Just whoring it out like you say. But I am now in a clan, and I keep getting invited into Shadow Wars because I do good in PvP. But voice chat is down. I mean, there is, like, for those of you who've played DCUO, there is a chat box where you can just quickly pick up and type into it. But again, you need a keyboard. I have one, luckily. But even then, I have to pick up the keyboard. But I can normally sit with the keyboard on my lap. But even then, it sometimes slides off. And so, like you say,
it's uncomfortable as well, isn't it? It's uncomfortable.
like you say, and LOL won't replace someone laughing down the mic. So it's good for just quickly getting some orders out there saying, oh, do this in like a co-op mission, or concentrate on this. But even then, you have to stop, stand still, and type. So you're getting killed on the game while you're typing. So voice chat is just so much better than type chat.
Do you want to give a shout out to your clan, by the way?
Oh yeah, that's it. The mercenaries. I want to upload stuff for them.
Oh, hang on a sec.
Oh, your bloody dog. Come on,
It's because the ice cream
Spidey's on.
Come here. Come on here. That's all right. The poor thing. He hates the noise of the ice cream van.
Aha, fucking ice cream vans.
Yeah, I think I'll probably leave that in.
Yeah. Dog banter.
Right, I did mention to you before when we were talking that I am going to be reading out some comments by one of my subscribers, Asheki, but I'll come to that after our conversation. Is there anything you'd like to say to wrap this up from your perspective?
For Defiance, on its part, I just got the patch notes up just to confirm they are fixing it. Patch notes by a dev here. One of them for every platform is fixed some voice chat issues. So hopefully that's the main voice. They haven't specified in it. They've just said fix some voice chat issues. So hopefully that will fix it. And a little shout out to Mercenaries, the clan I'm in, on Defiance on the UK EU servers. And I'll hopefully upload videos for them. I've lost some subs, obviously, because I haven't uploaded shit. But now that this trick you've taught me on uploading videos will work, and if this one uploads, I can upload some PvP footage, co-op mission footage, some guides to pursuits and such.
I will certainly be coming to check that out. In the meantime, thanks very much to the viewers for watching and listening. Do put your comments down if you agree or disagree. Obviously, you want to agree with me. You don't
And
want
me.
No, you don't want to agree with me. DreamyGameplays. DreamyGameplays, thanks very much for joining for this commentary.
No problem, buddy.
Right, guys, well, this commentary has been a bit longer than I expected. My original idea was to get it down to about 5 minutes, but you know what I'm like. We both rambled on. Also, though, I want to give a shout out to one of my subscribers, Asheki, who does take a lot of time to write to me and give me a lot of insight into her thoughts on various games and stuff. And I'm just going to try and really compress what she said in her messages to me. And she's of the old school of being used to using things like TeamSpeak, Ventrilo, and those sort of programs while she's playing MMOs. And I think she kind of thinks that those sort of things are still viable. She still has a laptop set up next to her PlayStation, and her intention is to sort of use that with her mates. But what I'd say is, Asheki, you're wrong. Dreamy Gameplays, you're wrong. The pair of you are wrong. The pair of you should run away and get married and be wrong together, even though you'll never be happy. And the reason why you'll never be happy is that you disagreed with Muddle Muppet. Alright guys, this is Muppet Out. Don't forget to leave your comments. Love you all, especially Dreamy Gameplays and Asheki, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Bye!